Despite Marriott no longer being a founder-led business, you'll be surprised how many times CEO Arne Sorenson talks about their core values and leadership in general. And next I'm going to present you these four core values, and I want you to pay particular attention to the keywords presented throughout this presentation, as they might be particularly useful when building both your CV but throughout your communication during the hiring process. Marriott's end goal is to deliver good experiences to its customers, and this has been the same from its beginnings. This is essentially how they compete against other major hospitality providers. So take care of our associates, and they will take care of our customers. So I guess the main takeaway from this first core value, and also by far the most important of the four, is that Marriott values a lot more than others people skills. Excellence at Marriott refers to their ability to please their customers regardless of demographics, and the way they achieve this is through mergers and acquisition. That is, you acquire somebody that already achieved that capability. And why I'm saying it is because the alternative to this method would be to do some trial and error, and all this would be on the back of the customer. So the highlight of this second core value is in the process of achieving this excellence. So now what's in for you as a candidate here? Well, I wouldn't go as too much into the business side of things, but rather I would emphasize on going above and beyond to satisfy whatever customer needs there are. Embracing change refers to Marriott's continuous interest into the latest trends, and CEO Arne Sorenson admits that the most innovation nowadays happens in the technological sphere. So if we go back to my earlier example of mergers and acquisitions, despite the fact that Airbnb is within the hospitality space and is a technology business at its core, they're not trying to copy it, but rather to see whether if it's going to be a fit for them as a business logic, which isn't in this case. So maybe another example would be my other video with Arne Sorenson talking about Marriott's four core values being actually one of the most viewed on my leadership series. So what's in for you as a candidate here? Well, I guess the main takeaway would be to be open-minded, to always show open-mindedness to new things and to new opportunities. Acting with integrity might sound like an old-fashioned value, but CEO Arne Sorenson goes a bit further to explain what do they mean by this in a contemporary setting, and it basically means that leadership has evolved in time, and people like to feel valued because of their ideas, and the model of the celebrity CEO is no longer applies today. So people also like to feel empowered to even disagree. So the lesson as a candidate from this one is that there can be great leaders of very different personalities. So during the interview, you should make sure that you are your true self, and just focus on integrity and show integrity. Sprint to serve is, as the name implies, the ability to not only do things well, but do it as a good pace, as a good speed. So the way that Marriott does strategy within an international context here is to empower their partners to take ownership of their processes, and this is essentially what allows them to create even better experiences. Now, with respect to applying for a job at Marriott, the main takeaway here should be obviously the ownership, the sense of ownership, that I believe should be a keyword that should most likely be present in in many CVs, and maybe even something to emphasize during the interviewing process.